a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust.
Hi, my name is Lan. I'm a burn survivor. Actually, it's 10 years past from the January. From our house fires, I was burned over 80% of my total body surface. Third, fourth, second, first, all that. But again, that was it was a tragedy. It was a horrible tragedy of the house, of families. Because I have a big family with about 10 siblings. And death of my mom from the burns, that actually make it harder for me to accept my burns. The toughest part is, I just couldn't see myself after knowing how much I was burned, how my skin would look, and how it's going to be permanent the rest of my life. That's not much going to change. Doesn't matter how many surgery I went through, how many reconstructive I went through, and it's just a little bit different and a bit different. And I sure there's time that I want to give up. I want to give up so bad. So many times I want to give up. I don't see the reason why I have to live with this look. I don't see why I have to accept my new look. I don't see the reason for any of that. But because God put two of my kids in my hands, and He kept using two of my boys, that was 10 and 6 at a time, for the reason for me to accept myself, to move on. There was my purpose, my reasons of keep going, breathing, and do what I can to go on. And so I did. Using my kids as a reason. I totally try to forget by myself how I look, but of course, I can't. It reminds me every single time I go into the showers, go into the bedrooms, take a look at myself. I hate myself at that time so bad. I hate the way I look. And, but so I don't think there were times that I just couldn't continue to see myself like that anymore. So I was very upset. Or I keep telling my friends and my burn support group people that I'm just angry. I'm just angry inside my heart. My heart would just feel angry so bad that because I want to think differently, I want to be differently, but I just can't passing the point that I have to accept myself first so I can see myself differently. And so that I start going searching for help and talking to people, listening to people. Whereas burn support group is one of the biggest helped. That I had all the good friends and besties over there that I can be able to look up to, follows, and holding hands with, in order for me to moving on. And so Yeah, I use my kids as a reason to move on, and then I try to find a reason to love myself, because again, the statement saying that you have to love yourself before you can love someone. But yes, I love my kids so bad, so much, that I feel guilty of not loving them enough, because I'm not capable at that time. I feel like I can't do so much for them. But and then, because I just can't, I don't love myself that much at the times, and it's just so hard for me to show them that how much I love them, because I couldn't love myself. And so I try to find help and get helps and move on. And yeah, I felt that the community I belong to is a burn support group. And so that's what they show me, how beautiful I am, how beautiful my heart is. And I start seeing I'm not that bad. And then I start seeing others worse, it burned worse than me. And I'm start trying to, I'm start getting do the comparisons. So it's like, wow, so and so, if she's had that much of the burns, had much of the scar, and she's still happy like that, and she's accepting herself, and she's loving herself, how can I not? And so I'm start questioning, I'm getting do all that question to myself, and I'm do all that, and then I realize, like, oh yeah, I think I'm still beautiful compared to a lot of people. If I was like, at the time I try to compare, I do so much comparisons and all that. And yeah, I think, but that's whatever it is, it helped me to make me feel that I'm not that bad. Then I start smiling more, and start put on more, makeup on, and start doing things more. And then to the point that I start feeling like I'm missing something in my life. Well, I also divorced. I got divorced like about 5 years after, not 5 years, about 4 years after I was burned. It just, things just doesn't work out, and just we all think that we are ugly and we are just not good enough, for others and all that. And so, anyway, so my marriage just started falling apart. And so at that time, I feel like, okay, I'm missing something. Well, I may need a partner to spice up my life or somehow. And so I decided to, with all the help and encouragement of friends, and I start get on dating. And so I was lucky enough to got one very good man that he totally accept and seeing the beauties in me. And so here, and he see my scars beautiful, I am beautiful, my heart beautiful, and it's just how he loved. And then so we had a very great time, had a great had a great time together. And so that start with that relationship that taught me, I learned from that relationship, that is saying that yes, I am beautiful beyond my scar. It is actually, a scar does not define who I am. Actually, that's what I'm trying to say. It's just who I am is who I am, and I am pretty. It's just who I am. It's not my scar tellings. Not much. Actually, it's not much of my scar is well, I don't know how to say this. I used to say my scars look ugly. That's why I look ugly. But it is not how it is. I am not ugly. My scar could be ugly to certain degree. To certain people, it's not normal. It's not our normal skin, but it could be beautiful. And just how you see it. And yeah, if you see it's beautiful, it is beautiful. And so that's what I learned from that relationship, and actually that's a great experience I had. And so so yeah, it is now. I feel beautiful, and I am beautiful, and this is me.
but I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am